winning multiple poles this year. Kevin Harvick driving the number 4, Jimmy Johnson Chevrolet. Stuart Haas Racing, it's the first time since 2005 he's won multiple poles.
It's a miracle that they've ever won 2 in 1 year anyway.
Set a track record here today. It's a 6th track record that we have set this season in the NASCAR Sprint Cup Series. But Kevin, just talk about your car, the way that you're racing. You're looking certainly good, trying to claim that number 3 win in the series, and playing with a lot of confidence right now. Certainly, you running Childers are a good combo. Just talk about how things are shaping up for you here tomorrow night.
Yeah, well, usually when Friday goes well, it's a good sign for the rest of the weekend. We had a good test as we came here a few weeks ago. We felt confident we could go back and tell everybody that we felt really confident in the things that we had in our car. So I think that showed up good in qualifying as an organization today. Our car was good when we unloaded it off the truck. Had to make small adjustments here and there to the different tire that they brought. But guys are just doing a great job. I'm just the lucky participant that gets to ride in the car and reap the benefits from a good group of guys in the organization that's doing good work. So it's a lot of fun right now.
This is Kevin's 8th pole in his career, and the speed that you set, track record, 194.252 miles per hour for Kevin Harvick. Questions for Kevin? Randy, right here in the middle, please.
Hey Kevin, Randy Coven's Kansas City Star. Yeah, I mean, your first 10, 11 years, you weren't a pole guy. I think you had 5. You won from here, from the pole last year. You won from the pole at Darlington earlier this year. What is it about that view from the front now?
Yeah, it's been, we struggled the first 3 or 4 weeks in qualifying and just had to sit down as a group and say, what do we need to do to get better on Fridays, because we were, making it a little harder than it needed to be with the car's speed that we had in race traffic, putting ourselves in a position where, we weren't getting optimum pit choices, we were having to go through traffic and do things that were making it harder than it needed to be. So the guys Rodney and the engineers have done a great job in evaluating the setups, and now they don't resemble a whole lot of race trim in general as we go and change the qualifying trim. So I think as a group, nobody's ego is too big to say that we aren't doing something right. They aren't scared to tell me if something is not right from the driver's seat, and I think the communication is great, and everybody's doing a good job and working together. And I think that goes a long ways to seeing the gains that we've made in qualifying from about week 4 on.
Back in the back, Lee has a question.
SpencerMotorsport.com. Did you all debrief before the qualifying session? Because for you all to be so strong and all get to that final round, this was Anna's first 1.5 miler that she advanced to the final round, and none of the header cars did. I mean, have you guys just really focused on what goes on Friday more so than usual?
We did debrief after the practice sessions. We try to do that every week. We talked. Dan and I talked for about an hour and 15 minutes today about everything that was going on. She obviously did a great job in qualifying, and just basically just needed to quit thinking about it and smash the gas, and that's what she did. And she's done a great job in trying to take in all the information, and I think all teams have been communicating well, and I think we're probably closer this weekend on Friday in the race trim than we have been anywhere that we've gone so far. So the communication is good right now, and all of us get along well, so that makes things a lot easier, and we can talk openly about what we think about what's going on the racetrack.
Good, Jeremiah right there.
Jeremiah Davis, Cedar Rapids. I asked Brad about tire fall off. The cars seem to get faster, the little tires went. You seem to worry about how the racing's going to be because of that. Are you worried at all with the tire acting the way it is, what the racing is going to be like tomorrow?
Well, I think we should straighten something out first. I think that the racetrack has put the tire in the position that it is in with the fresh asphalt. So I think, we ran a lot of laps here at the test, and Goodyear came back, and the track has taken a tremendous amount of rubber. I've already run several laps of, above the first seam, so there's already 2 grooves of rubber on the racetrack, and they feel like they, for taking in all the data and all the things that we did from the test, and as fast as we were wearing tires out of the test, they did a good job in bringing it back. So the speeds are going to be high. There's not going to be a lot of fall off in the tires. It's going to be, there's going to be some tire strategy games, but there's just no way around that when you repave these racetracks. There's nothing wrong with the tire. I've been telling them for a while now that you need bigger rocks in the asphalt if you want the tires to wear out. Otherwise, Goodyear has to protect everybody against themselves and make the tire harder so that it doesn't wear out because the speeds are so high. So it's a catch-22. You got to repave these racetracks when there's stuff wrong with them. But I think we can do a better job with asphalt itself.
Nate Ryan and then Stan Creekman.
Hey, Brian, you City Sports. Given all that, get Kevin
Comfortable?
Yeah. It's not a lot of people with me. It's a lot of room. Would you expect then that the race tomorrow night won't be like the last 2 races of the fall where you have the caution plate events where lots of guys complain about the edginess? Are you, even though the speeds are so high, is it more a sense of, the handling is still good and the tire wear is not going to fall off as much? It's not going to be like it was, like, say, last October?
Well, the tire wear is low. I think, last time, I think when they dropped the green flag, that I don't really think we all have a real fair, honest opinion. We couldn't give you a fair or honest opinion about what's going to happen when they drop the green flag. I don't think it's going to be like it was when they dropped the green flag last fall here. But, I think that the cars are not going to handle like they have been by themselves in a single file line. So the handling is going to be different. But I mean, qualifying today was 2 seconds faster than the race pace, basically. Second half faster than the race pace. So it's the speed is probably still going to be about the same as it was in practice, but it could be a little bit faster, it could be a little bit slower. I don't think anybody really knows exactly where that's going to go and what the speeds are going to be and how much is going to fall off. But it's going to fall off some, but it's not going to be much.
Kevin, congratulations on the Coors Light Bowl. Good luck tomorrow night.